Hi, I'm Laura and welcome back to my channel. And today I have my blush collection to share with you. I'll be going over my powder and cream blush collection. I don't know if I'll be cluttering much from this section because I do love my blush. It's just like, you know, it is very windy and stormy outside, so there will be that noise in the background, and also the kids are home, so there will be thundering of feet and probably a bit of bickering going on in the background, but want to get this filmed, so yeah, it is what it is. So I'm going to start with my cream blushes, of which I have a lot. First of all, I have two blush palettes from XX Revolution. First of all, we have Overload, which is quite light in colour. In fact, I think it's more cream illuminators, but they've been in my blush collection since I purchased them, so yes. And I haven't used them, so I can't prove or disprove my theory. Next we have Indulgence, which is much stronger colours. So there we go, that's my two cream blush palettes. I have one from Autograph by Marks Spencer's. This is the shade English Rose Blush, or English Rose Flush. Yes, English Rose Flush. It's almost worn off on the back there. And this was by the Rosie Huntington and Whiteley range from a very long time ago. As you can see, I've got a huge dip in there. I have a Clinique Chubby Stick in the shade Robust Rhubarb. There's not a whole lot left of this. It is pretty much empty, but I think I was planning to keep it to scrape it clean. So yeah, we'll decide on that later, I suppose. I have two that are not actually cream blushes, but I use them as cream blushes. This is Stone lipstick from L'Oreal. It got all smooshed, so I put it in a container. And then we have Stay Exclusive, which is a Max Factor lipstick. Again, it got smooshed, so I put it in a tub. Then we have Max Factor Miracle Touch Creamy Blush in the shade Copper, Soft Copper. This is a beautiful blush. I've had several tubs of this. The formulation from Max Factor is really, really nice. I highly recommend it. And that leaves us with the Revolution and Makeup Obsession cream blushes. So here we have the Makeup Obsession cream blushes. These are just the buildable sheer blushers. We have them in shade Dune Rust, Purple Dusk, Pink Sand, West Peach, Sahara Orange, and Sienna Blush. I don't think I've used these a whole lot. They will definitely be something that's on my hit list for 2024. Just to work out whether or not I like them, which ones I want to keep, that sort of thing. I have one of the Super Dewy blushes from Revolution. This is in the shade Flushing for You. These are massive tubes, 15 mils in these ones. Yep, they all have 15 mils in them. And then I have the Fast Base blushes, which have 15 grams. Yeah, 14 grams in them. So you have the shade Spice, Blush, you have Peach, Bloom, Bear, which is one of my most favorites, Rose, Baby, and Raspberry. And I know there are two that are missing. There is a mauve one, which is called Mauve, and then there's another one that's more of a brown shade, but it isn't here, which is perplexing. So they will be hunted down at some point and put back into the stash. But for now, we'll just pop all these back in here and pop this drawer away and continue with the rest of the blush collection. I have 3 from Revolution. I have Golden Sugar and Golden Sugar 2 Rose Gold. They are both beautiful. They have their own uniqueness to them. I remember really wanting them. I can't for the life of me understand why now, but I will dabble in them, see what I think of them, and we'll revisit them at the end of the year. I also have the Blush Queen palette, which Steph Lyons was panning sometime in the recent past. I can't remember when exactly, but I remember she was trying to pan this and was doing a darn good job of it. They are beautiful, beautiful pinks. They really are. Can't for the life of me remember why I wanted it, but we have it. So there we are. I have the Cor de Rosa blush palette from Sigma, and this is beautiful. This is totally my jam in blushes, all different types of nudes and neutrals. Totally my thing. Hanging on to that for dear life. I have the Saharan Blush Volume 1 from Juvia's Place. These are scary. They definitely are, but they are beautiful. Like this shade Neo looks crazy, but on the skin is beautiful. Mixing with like the shimmerier shades and everything. This is a lovely, lovely palette. It is huge. There's 27 grams worth of product in here. Mental. But we're going to hold on to it. I have this beast of a palette that I've shown several times before. It is the La Femme blush palette. And it is stunning and beautiful. And it has 12 gorgeous, gorgeous colours that have sort of dusted off a little bit. I really need to work on this palette and use up these shades, because I have had this palette for at least 10 years. And yeah, we need to work on it. We need to get these used up. And that leaves me with my MAC palette with my Pro Pan shades, of which we have Frankly Scarlet, Burnt Pepper, Margin, and then on the flip side here, we have Raisin, Format, we have Copper Tone, Harmony, Taupe, and Swiss Chocolate. I love these. I love MAC blushes in general, but these were in my makeup artist kit, and these are the blushes I reached for everyone. Like Burnt Pepper. Burnt Pepper looks good on pretty much everyone. Pretty much everyone. And that brings us to my individual single blushes, which there are quite a few. I'm going to start with my Estee Lauders because I can spot them. I'm not sure what happened to this packaging. It's gone all like bubbly and strange. Like the plastic has lifted off of the coating. This is in shade Poppy Passion. It is scary looking, but it is stunning. Love, love this blush. Other blush I also love, this is Sensuous Rose. Check out that pan, guys. I mean, I've been meaning to finish this blush for about 5 years now. Maybe 2024 will be the year. This is actually a highlight. It should have been in with my highlights. It's in Shimmering Sands. I have another version of this in a newer Estee Lauder packaging. So I don't feel bad about focusing on using this version up, so we might work that into the rotation for 24. Then we have this blendy one, which is in Push Petal, and it is a gradient blush, an ombre blush. Goes from like darker pink to lighter pink. And lastly, for Estee Lauder blushes, I have Lover's Blush, which has a great big dip in it. It's not quite close to hitting pan, but it has some considerable use on it, definitely. Blushes that I'm considering getting rid of are my Avon ones, because I don't even think you can get them anymore. This is in Warm Flush. It is a really, really pretty color. Let me just adjust the lighting a little bit so you can see the colors more true to form. No, it was fine the way it was. But there is Warm Flush. It is really pretty. It really is. But like this guy, this is in Warm Honey. It's very similar to that Lover's Blush. And then we have, oh, this is actually an eyeshadow quad that should not be in here. This is an Emerald Smoke. It's a beautiful eyeshadow quad. We'll keep hold of that though. But the blushes, I'm ready to part ways with. I'm ready to part ways with those. Another blush I'm ready to part ways with is Alpha Girl. I got it because it was like a hyped up, if I tilt it this way, can you see the color bar? It was like a hyped up iconic color, and I'm just, it shows up as literally nothing on my skin. Like literally nothing. So yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of that one. Another one that I'm going to finally let go of is the Rose Gold Baked Highlights. It is very much like Super Orgasm from NARS. I think the light might be a bit too bright. But I've had it for years. I don't reach for it. I mean, there's a lot of things in here that I rarely reach for, but I really don't reach for this. So yeah, I'm just gonna let it go. Let it go. I'm gonna pull out my NARS blushes because I know I'm keeping all my NARS blushes. This is Gina. It's a beautiful peach. We have Matahari, which is a beautiful pink, very cool toned pink. The packaging on this has started to go a bit gummy though. We have Douceur, which I love. I've actually scraped some of this out and depotted it. I'm about halfway through this blush now. We have Deep Throat, which has pan on it. It's one of the, there's maybe like 10 things in my whole collection that have pan on it. It's crazy. And then we have Sin, which is a gorgeous like purple shade. Beautiful for like autumn, winter time. I think that's it for NARS blushes. My Lancome blushes, I love. This is Brun Roche, I think. Yes, this is Brun Roche. The writing is starting to fade on the backs of these. It is beautiful. We have Rose Indian, which scary color, definitely. And then we have Rose Sable, which is beautiful. And I'm sure I have one more Lancome blush. Here it is. This is Figue Espigale. Again, beautiful. Keeping hold of those. We have my Dior blushes. This is the shade Brown Millie. Gorgeous autumnal shade. This is Boyd Rose. Love this shade. It is so old, so old, but I can't bear to part ways with it. Oh, here's the other Avon blush. This is in Russet. Oh, it's like a matte burnt peach, and it is pretty. It is, but no, because I have this one that's similar and this one that's similar. I have things that are similar enough to make me happy. I'm gonna get rid of it. This is Dior blush in the shade New Red. It's not as scary as it used to look. It's actually quite, looks kind of fun. I might bust this out. I used to be terrified of this blush, but it actually looks fairly wearable now to me, bizarrely. So we'll probably get a lot more use out of that this year. I think this might be my last Dior blush. This is in the shade New Beige, which is a very barely there sort of sculpting blush. It is really pretty. My last high-end blush, well, super high-end blush, is this one from Chanel. It's in the shade Evocation, and it's a gorgeous like burnt terracotta. So pretty. I love it a lot. I have my old style Benefit blushes in Rock Tour. It has pan on it, and you can see all the waffling of the pan there. I could probably get this moved out this year if I tried really hard. I have Dallas, which is, it has pan on it, but only because I jabbed it with the box, but it's very close to hitting organic pan in the middle. Again, it is beautiful. Love it so much. I have Coralista, which I come back to. I go through phases with Coralista. I come back to every so often, and I've just been plugging away at this blush for years, and it will eventually get used up. I have a few that have I have a few Becca blushes here. We have Wild Honey, which is a really nice nudie sort of mustard brown shade there. This is Blushed Copper, which used to be a highlight. It was originally marketed as a highlight, but now it's a luminous. I say now, it's a discontinued brand, but it was marketed as a luminous blush, rebranded, but it is beautiful. And then we have Songbird, which is also a luminous, oh no, it's a mineral blush. Flower Child, I think is the other one I have that's a luminous blush. But those are beautiful, they're all staying. I have two sitting off to the side here that I'll just talk about quickly. I have a ColourPop one in the shade Love Story. It's one I've been using a lot lately and enjoying so much. Their ColourPop one is in Crossroads. Again, it is beautiful. It kind of looks like that russet colour from Avon. But yeah, I'm going to work my way through those two. I have a bunch from XX Revolution. This is in the shade Vision. These are very much remind me of the NARS blushes, only in better packaging. This is the shade Fickle. So pretty. This is Nerve, which is scary, but is beautiful. Jaded. Again, scary, but beautiful. Then we have Cliche, which is a even brighter orange. But again, really pretty. When you work with these like really bright colors, like Crank, when you like work with these really bright colors, once you get the skill down to use them, you can do anything with them. Anything. This is one I'm going to get rid of. This is the Duo from Marc Makeup. I don't need it. I don't need it. The highlight is just chalky and meh. The blush, I have things like it. I don't need it. So we're just going to let it go. Oh, I did have another Becca one here I forgot about. This is the Champagne Split. I showed the Prosecco Pop side in my highlight one. And then we have Amaretto, which if I could have gotten Amaretto as a solo blush before they went bust, oh man, I would have been so happy. That blush is like something else. It is stunning. Stunning. I have my Sleek blushes, which if you're ever looking for a really affordable, good quality blush, a good quality blush range, go for Sleek. This is in shade Antique. It is like a cool toned brown with shimmer through it. It's got like a purpley shimmer through it. It is really, really unusual but astounding. This is shade Rose Gold, which is a very iconic dupe for Orgasm. So pretty. Sahara, which is one of my favorites. When I got rid of all my Sleek blushes because I destroyed them, this was one of the ones I missed most, along with Suede. If you don't know the story, I decided to depot all my Sleek blushes to put them in a palette, and in my half asleep brain, because it was 7 o'clock in the morning, I was like, hey, why bother heating up the oven to loosen up the glue? Why don't I just use the microwave? And then I hear this cracking noise, and it's the glass shattering in the packaging. So I had to throw them all away. Don't try to use the microwave to depot your makeup. Learned the hard way. This was like 10 years ago now, but yeah, don't ever do that. And then we have Coral. But yeah, can you tell I love like orangey blushes? Like, that seems to be my jam. Like oranges, terracottas, those are like my thing. These are e.l.f. blushes. I think, I can't remember what they're called, but they're from e.l.f. This shade is Glowy Rose, although it just doesn't really look very rosy, does it? This is Radiant Peach. It is stunning. I love this shade so much. And then I have two of the Luminous Bronze because I bought one and lost it and bought a replacement and found the original. So I have two of them. Do I need two of them though? We'll find out at the end of the year. We'll see how much I use the other one first. I have a single number 7 blush. This is in the shade Honey. I remember I picked this up to add into my makeup kit and got a lot of use out of it. It is a gorgeous sculpting blush. Especially if you don't want a lot of colour on the face, you just want to add a little bit of definition. That is the go-to. That is the jam. This is Cargo's Tonka. Oh, this is like the original sculpting blush that everyone needed to have. I miss Cargo being in Debenhams. They had some amazing products. I don't even think they're very big in America anymore. They've really downscaled. This is Los Cabos. It's one of their waterproof ones. Like, yeah, waterproof blush. Perfect for hot, humid weather. And then we have the Big Easy, which is like a corally blush. It doesn't look like much in the pan. It really doesn't. But when you add it onto the skin, it just has this sheen to it. It just adds... It's perfect for like barely there makeup. Like a sculpting blush and a wash of this. It adds a whole different dimension to your makeup. And that brings us down to a few left. We have one from Primark. This is in the shade Desire. It is a gorgeous sort of neutrally blush. It was only £1.50. Do I need to keep it? Probably not, but I do like it, so I'm going to hang on to it. A bunch from the Revolution Reloaded. We have Baked Peach, which is gorgeous. This is Pink Lady. Again, gorgeous. Rhubarb and Custard. Perfect for spring. Rose Kiss, which is a bit more intense, but it's got a nice sophisticated hue to it. And then Sweet Pea, which again, like Big Easy, if you're looking for something like Big Easy, get Sweet Pea, because it doesn't look like anything in the pan, but once you get it on the face, it just adds a whole other look to your makeup. Plus, if you're using vibrant blushes, this is perfect to add on top to tone it down. Oh, I knew I had another shade of this e.l.f. one. This is in the shade Brilliant Mauve. And it doesn't look the slightest bit mauve. So the rose doesn't look rose, the mauve doesn't look mauve. Who named these blushes? I don't know. And then we have my Max Factor Cream Puff blushes. Is that what they're called? Yeah, Cream Puff blushes. This is in the shade Lovely Pink. It is beautiful. We have Gorgeous Berries, again, perfect for winter. Seductive Pink, which I've used a lot of this. We have Lavish Mauve, again, one I've used a lot of. I've actually used up an entire one of these, I think it was. Yes, I'm sure it was that one. And then this is Alluring Rose, which isn't in the packaging. It's in a small whatchamacallit, Becca mini tin packaging. I had to decant it because it shattered. And that leaves me with the MAC blushes. I have blush ombre in Azalea Blossom, purple to pink, stunning. A classic icon in Warm Soul. I'm not getting rid of a single MAC blush, so I'm just going to run through them. We have Mocha, which, oh, beautiful, beautiful. I wish more people would talk about MAC blushes because they seem to have fallen by the wayside, like, entirely. This is Melba. We have Desert Rose. Love this. It's been scratched up by a child, but this is definitely like top tier blush fave. I might do like a favorite blush video in the coming year. We have Style, Gorgeous Orange. This is Modern Mandarin, possibly one of my most favorite oranges. This is Garb. This was a limited edition in a collection in 2010. Do not come for me, please. Also from that collection, there was the Prêt à Papier collection. This is Instant Chic. We have Love Cloud, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous, luminously bright pink. Equilibrium, which is a beautiful brown. I use this a lot as like a bronzing, sculpting blush. We have Peony Petal, which again is very, very vibrant. Peaches, which has had a ding out of it, but it's still fresh and beautiful, and I love it. This one is a bit of an oddball. This is Full of Joy. It is Lilac. And lastly, we have another Scary blush in Fever. Lusted after this for years. Absolutely love it. Never regret this purchase. It works great on loads of different skin tones, skin colors. Even if you're super, super Casper white, just a little dusting of this looks fantastic. So those are my blushes. I have an insane amount of blushes. Will I get through them all in my lifetime? Honestly, I don't care. I have them, I'm using them, I love them, and that's the main thing. They make me happy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you're interested in like a top favorite video. I could do like specifically MAC blushes in general. Let me know, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, and bye bye.